So the new trailer that we got for Deadpool and Wolverine a couple of days ago proved to us that Marvel Studios is intentionally hiding certain parts of the trailer, keeping them secret, using CGI to either alter characters' appearances or take them out of the trailer altogether. And with this new trailer that we got a couple of days ago, there are some insiders pointing at a very specific scene with a very specific character in the background. Also referencing some other scenes that we've seen in the previous Deadpool and Wolverine trailers, implying that some very big cameos could be coming. And of course, we'll talk about who this cameo is rumored to be. Now, we are no strangers to Marvel Studios intentionally trying to mislead us with their trailers. We all remember the Hulk running with some of the Avengers in Avengers Infinity War, right? Of course we don't, because that didn't actually happen, although it was in the trailers. Now, of course, we're never mad at Marvel Studios for doing this. We understand why they are doing this. They are trying to keep it secret. They're trying to throw us off and basically make it to where we don't know what the movie's going to show us. And Deadpool and Wolverine has done a pretty good job with that. On top of some CGI misdirects, which we have already proven to be true, which we'll talk about in just a bit, they haven't really showed us much. They have showed us a few different clips from the same scenes over and over again, giving us just a little bit more each time, but most of these scenes are going to be in the very beginning of the movie and don't really have much to do with the main plot of the film. So a couple of days ago, we got the Sabretooth trailer, the old Bubs trailer, as they called it. And what's really interesting is it's been pointed out by the insider Cryptic HD Quality, who typically gets trailers in advance and some inside information before movies come out. This insider has pointed out that we have actually seen a previous scene in the trailers that has shown Sabretooth. He has simply been edited to, at that time, not be revealed to be Sabretooth. If you take a look at these two pictures here, you can see in the bottom one, that's Sabretooth. That's from the trailer that we just got, but the one on top is from a previous trailer, and you can see the difference. In the previous trailer, he was really made to not look like Sabretooth. They colored his hair very dark, and since he has a really big beard there, you just really couldn't tell that this is Sabretooth. I don't think anybody picked up on this in the past. But there are a few very interesting things that people are saying about this particular scene. For example, last night, Cryptic HD Quality did a Ask Me Anything on Twitter. Their handle is at Cryptic4KQual, and of course, people asked about Deadpool and Wolverine. And there was a very specific question that was asked. The question was, is that people have been waiting decades for this fight line part of Wolverine vs. Sabretooth scene or not? And Cryptic replied, watch Deadpool's mask while he talks. Also, listen to what he's saying and watch the scene carefully with how it plays out. And if you watch the scene and you play it back at a slower speed, you can notice that his mouth doesn't really match up with the words that he's saying. Now, of course, he is wearing a mask, but just simply his jaw going up and down doesn't match completely with everything that he says here. I'm pretty sure the parts where he's basically talking to him like a UFC fighter's coach, I'm pretty sure that's all real, but that specific line a lot of people have thought looked and sounded pretty suspicious. People have waited decades for this fight. Have people really waited decades for a Wolverine versus Sabretooth fight? That is the question. And Cryptic says, watch how that scene plays out. Now, we already know that he's gonna defeat Sabretooth. That's all I'll say about that, but we know that he defeats him. Obviously, Sabretooth doesn't kill Wolverine. Perhaps he is talking about somebody that is seemingly in the background in one of those cages, the ones that are shaped like spheres, the ball cages. If you take a look at the background when Wolverine is running at Sabretooth, there is a person inside of one of those cages. And Cryptic actually noted this and talked about this on Twitter. And apparently this is going to be a pretty big cameo. They posted on Twitter, we're getting closer to a big one, with the fire emoji and some funny hand-drawn Wolverine with the popcorn bucket as the head pictures pointing to that person in the cage. So a lot of people right now are really wondering who this is. Cryptic and other people are also referencing another earlier tweet that Cryptic made with the same format, the Wolverine popcorn bucket head pointing to one of these cages, and inside we can see a red and yellow figure. Now, a lot of people are thinking that this could be somebody, but this right here, I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, this is just Deadpool and Wolverine together as they are captured and being taken to Cassandra Nova, because we know that happens. In fact, the trailer that was released a couple of days ago, we see Wolverine and Deadpool in the cages, and that's where he says, oh, you nicked it, when Wolverine pulls his claws out. I think he's trying to cut the rope that's on them that has them tied together. So this clearly right here is Deadpool and Wolverine. The question is, who is in the one next to them? Now, in the new trailer, when Wolverine's going at Sabretooth, we get a clear shot of who it is. Well, the best we can possibly get. Obviously not a super clear shot, but some people are thinking that this could be Juggernaut. And Juggernaut is going to be in the film. We've already seen him. It's confirmed. But most people really wouldn't call it a big one. Now, some people are saying that the person really in there is Chris Evans as the Human Torch, and they are once again using CGI to kind of make it look like it's not him. But what is really interesting is that in the Ask Me Anything that Cryptic did, somebody asked, Chris Evans as Human Torch in Deadpool 3, ? In which Cryptic replied with a thumbs up. And this one is something that people have been not only wanting, but predicting for a pretty long time. It makes sense out of everybody that has played Marvel roles. Chris Evans is one of the very few that has played two different ones. Very few people have played two different Marvel roles. Oscar Isaac played two different ones, Apocalypse and of course Moon Knight. And Chris Evans of course plays Captain America, and he played the Human Torch. This is a big one. Chris Evans showing up as the Human Torch after he's already shown as Captain America in the TVA flashback scenes on the TV monitors that Deadpool sees. They show us that, and then they show Chris Evans popping up as the Human Torch. That would be insane, and something that Ryan Reynolds would definitely want to do. And Chris Evans said that he would really love to do that as well. He said he was reluctant to return as Captain America because he felt like they ended that very well, but he thought as a variant, it would be really cool to show up again as the Human Torch. So this very well could be the Human Torch in this scene. Plus, a lot of people are speculating that the fire emoji that Cryptic used was referring to the Human Torch, fire. That is kind of the great thing about this trailer. They are covering a lot of it up. They are editing a lot. They are removing a lot, I'm sure. And kind of the great thing about Deadpool wearing a mask all the time is they can essentially put any dialogue they want, and we won't really know the difference. Now, other people were talking about possibly it being the Hulk. Obviously, there would be a lot of misdirection and editing for this shot right here if it were the Hulk. And a lot of people were speculating that it might not even be Mark Ruffalo's Hulk, but maybe it could be Eric Bana's Hulk, or heck, maybe even Edward Norton. I doubt it. I really do doubt it, but it would still be really cool. And we are going to be seeing variants of well-known characters, so it certainly is in the realm of possibility, which in reality, everything is kind of in the realm of possibility with this movie. But the insider My Time to Shine Hello stated yesterday that the Hulk is not in the film. So this probably isn't the Hulk. Fingers crossed that it might actually be the Human Torch, but it also could be other characters like Elektra. We know that she's going to team up with Deadpool and Wolverine at some point in time. Maybe this is how they meet. But I would like to know who you want it to be. Despite what everybody's saying, who would you actually like it to be inside of that cage? Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below, and please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date on Deadpool and Wolverine and the MCU. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.